great, much needed win last night. Okay, so we faced off against Portland, one of a fairly big contender. They have Dame Time, who is like supposedly, like one of the best crunch time players, and they got CJ, and they got a recently acquired piece Norman Powell. So I'm gonna just take a dive on mainly like what the Clippers did, like each of the players did. I'm not gonna take too much of a dive on Kawhi Leonard because it's just basically the same thing. He just did his thing. Paul George, I just want to give him a big round of applause. Like just literally like just let's just clap it up for Paul George because come on, that man scored like what 22 points in like the first quarter. That was just like come on, like that's just unreal. He wound up scoring like what 36 point, which is that's a really good point to have. Paul George, like he's been like struggling the past few games like prior, so made this game like hopefully his slump is broken. So and then like I mean when Paul George when he plays good like that is literally like you do not want to face against like he's a great defender, unstoppable on offense, great at ball handling, great at shooting. Like that was just great. So and then Patrick Beverly, one of my dogs, one of my favorite players, he returned as well, and then he pretty much like sorry about that. He probably like made some threes, played really good defense. He was just like a great energy guy. It is not worth it to trade him. Yes, I know he's injured, but I would not trade Pat Bev unless if it's for a damn young rising talent or a star. Or of course a top prospect dub, but like no team's gonna do that, so forget about that. So yeah, Pat Bev, I love that guy. Just just don't trade him. Just please don't trade him. As of right now. And then also Ivica Silva, I mean, he has his flaws. Like he may have like weak hands or something. Like like people would like grab the ball from him like more prone. But again, he was he he was not bad last night. So Zilbach is a key piece, and like he should be starting when Ibaka returns. So I mean, keep it up, Big Zoo. And then what else could I dive into? Boogie, Boogie. The guy that I'm using as a background, he did really good. He provided like the big interior. He was like a brick wall for like like when on defense, which is that's really good to have. He gives us the toughness, and the offensive end, he could still. It appears like he could still space the floor. He could like actually kind of drive and get a bucket. Also, really good at rebounding. So that's a, that's that's great. That's great that we got Boogie. I suggest we should resign him for the rest of the season for sure, and give him like a contract like and maybe like when he performs well, you give him like what like at least a 3 year contract, like and then like have him retire as a Clippers. Don't like dramatically overpay him, but like if he plays like this, I think he's worth at least like what 10, 12 mil at least. I don't know, but and then we got Patrick Patterson, who was like he didn't do anything too special, but he's like he just did some solid stuff. Like I mean, I don't think he really put up a big stat sheet, but I know lots of people do not like that. Don't really like Patrick Patterson. Like starting too much, but he hits timely threes sometimes. But I prefer Daniel Tour to play instead of Patrick Patterson. But I guess like maybe because like Patterson has experience and Daniel Tour has like little to no experience. And then another guy to like give the major props to is Reggie Jackson because Reggie Jackson like he hit like really key spot up shots and then like prevent and shut down the momentum. So that was another great thing that happened. And then what else could we cover? Oh, Batum. Look, I know like some people would like starting to say like, "Oh, Batum is I don't see that what he contributes to a team." Well, he does like all those little things that actually like matters a lot. Like he would like play really good defense on opponents. Like you see like how he like like matched up against Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony would like like tend to miss shots over like Nick Batum. So that's what I like about Nick Batum a lot. So, and he provides like good chemistry. He's like the glue guy. Like like the Draymond Green or the who else? I can't think of any glue guys right now. And then Luke Kennard and Terrence Mann didn't really get the rotation because now like we're getting more stacked. Rondo was just a great piece that we got because he gave us the pace that we need and playmaking. So that was pretty good. And then like I guess those people who were clamoring for a point guard were right after all because I used to not believe it, but now I guess it showed that it helped us a lot. So and then we're gonna dive in another team. So the other team, Damian Lillard, he had like off night, like I guess when he tends to play with us, Damian Lillard wouldn't like do as good as when he fared up when he squared up against other teams. Norman Powell though he did really good. Like he was like what almost 30 points. McCollum he wasn't really too bad either. But I mean I'm just glad that we got this much needed win because the Blazers are a really good team and we need to show that we could be really good teams. If we beat Phoenix, y'all, that'll just be amazing. That'll just be straight up amazing, and then that'll just prove that we're championship contenders. So that's that's what I think I gotta say just for now on. But I don't know what else I could say about this. But if we keep playing like this, that's just amazing. I mean, I think I heard that we have like two roster spots, so hopefully we could pick up a really good piece. If we don't, it's all right because at this point we're pretty much set. But I mean, hey, I mean you cannot go wrong with adding more crucial piece that would help us. So I'll just end this video for now on. So as usual, take care. Go Clippers. Clip City Chip City, and that'll be reps.